And welcome back to the second half of the Golden Eagles and Griffins soccer game here at Memorial Stadium here on CUTV, The Nest. Alongside, I am Mike Friend. Alongside me, Matt Catrillo. Matt, as we look at the first half, what do we have here for the Golden Eagles?
Well, so far, Mike, we've seen a lot of good scoring chances so far. In particular, the 15-second span of scoring chances we saw. And they need to build off of that. We had another one with Casey Harsh, and then we had another one from Alyssa Levdinsky. Just went over the head of Jordy Barsh. Could have headed that nicely. Liz Ventura's had a couple of chances. So everybody is contributing offensively, and as we talked about in the open, it was a struggle last year, and they need to finish those chances. So in order for them to do that, I think they kind of were bending the Griffins' back line, but they didn't break it completely. And the way you break it is you keep battling it and keep more of those chances more consistently. You want to have maybe 5 or 6 of those at a time, maybe instead of 2. Then let a couple minutes pass by, and then you come back with 2 more. You know, if they can keep it on their end for a couple of minutes more than what they had in the first half, they can be successful and get some of those goals. And they almost tend. Sometimes when you create those chances, you get some bounces their way. Like we almost had on that one corner kick where it went off one of the Seton Hill defenders and almost went to the net just wide.
And the other thing we have here, as we're early in this season, freshmen stepping up early here mainly for the Golden Eagles. Seton Hill has a couple of freshmen starting, but the story here right now is players like Tirza Blackstone, Alyssa Spencer, Stephanie Sakova really stepping up for the Golden Eagles here early in this game, creating a couple scored chances, and Alyssa Spencer really being a brick wall on defense, getting beat a little bit, but still not breaking.
Yeah, she had some couple of nice recoveries, and she's had a tough battle with Jessica Adams, the senior midfielder for Seton Hill. And that's going to be, again, a good battle to watch in the second half, especially if we're still scoreless, you know, as we get part to the nitty-gritty of the second half. And also, Aubrey Monty stepped up well, too, on the far side of the field, and she's really held her ground as well. So now that the freshmen have gone through their first half of game action on the collegiate level and kind of calmed themselves down a bit, now they know what to expect, and now they can execute even better.
And as both teams here getting their game plans set here, as Coach Eaton has his team there on the field, and Seton Hill just getting their warm-ups off and ready for game time. Ref blows a whistle, and we are soon to be away here. In the second half, we are still tied at 0, folks. I want to thank you for joining us here on CUTV, the home of all Clarion sports. And sending out for the second half, it looks like Coach Eaton sending out Alyssa Katz, Stephanie Sakova, Tirza Blackstone, Mackenzie Stover, Alyssa Levdinsky, Jordan Barr, Casey Harsh, Aubrey Monty, Megan Lawson, Alyssa Spencer. So really, as much as the same team he had in, now he's got Mackenzie Stover in the game right now. So it looks like he's going to give Liz Ventura a break, at least to start the half. So he's got a couple of his Coach Eaton has a couple of his real fast goal scorers in the game. Ventura really out of the game because she played the entire first half, where Stover got a little bit of a break there. So he does not have that really, I'm going to say, decoy threat that Ventura provides, but maybe Blackstone or Stover can provide that for one another here as we move forward.
I actually like this idea, Mike, because when we talk about bringing fresh legs in late into the games, you can do that on this level. The way Liz Ventura moves and she tires out defenders, we saw in the first half how she took away some defenders and created chances for Mackenzie Stover and Tirza Blackstone when she came in later in the first half. If she comes in later on in the second half when again players are tired and things like that, I think she'll create some scoring chances, maybe even a goal finally.
And the ball there from Levdinsky looking for Stover. Stover charging in on it. And Stover almost had to go away there as she just kind of stumbled getting away from the defender, Lapida there. So, again, another chance kind of squashed by the Griffins. But the Golden Eagles, again, coming out looking just as ferocious in the second half as they did in the first.
Always a start you look for, Mike. Alyssa Ladinsky too, Mike, in the center part of the midfield. Also had a very good first half, created a lot of nice scoring chances too. Had some nice passes. Really saved a couple of times in the back in the defensive end. Won some really those tight battles to break some of those chances up for Seton Hill. So she's gonna be one of those upperclassmen in the midfield that's gonna have to step it up, and she's done it so far.
And right there, folks, as the ball rolled out of bounds, a rare wayward pass off the foot of Megan Lawson. So again, Lawson set up a couple of real nice opportunities earlier in this game, letting her midfielders and forwards get down the field. As that back line has been very, very tough. I would say bend but don't break, but they really haven't even bent all that much in this game. As the Griffins take possession here just inside their own defensive zone. And the ball is going to roll harmlessly out of bounds there. That was Jessica Adams just looking for, trying to dump it in deep there and try to find somebody to pass to. But we will have a free kick here. It looks as though Casey Harsh is going to take that one. So again, Clarion's back line looking a lot stronger than, this first half of this, or first game of the season, I should say, than they did the couple times last season where that we saw them towards the end.
Yeah, they've had a good start so far, Mike. Anytime anybody's gotten beat, they've recovered really well, and gives the credit to what they've done in the preseason.
And kind of a kerfuffle there at center field, or midfield, I should say, for the ball there as Mackenzie Stover gets the ball off the foot of, I believe that was Lubdinsky, looking to drive down in. She's trying to get over the defender there, and she had Terza Blackstone streaking down, again going for that back post. So another chance for the Golden Eagles goes awry, and we will have a corner here. Taking that corner on the far sideline is Alyssa Katz as they line up here.
That's a great job too by Andrea Wazinski too for Seton Hill to prevent Mackenzie Stover from that scoring chance.
And we have a goal! And off a beautiful corner kick from Alyssa Katz. I believe that was off the head of Alyssa Lubdinsky as she beat Winners. So Alyssa Lubdinsky here early in the second half puts the Golden Eagles up 1-0. Beautiful corner kick, the second one of the game for the Golden Eagles, executed beautifully. Great shot by Katz, and even better to find the head of Lubdinsky as she broke away from her defender.
Well, Mike, we saw in the first half a couple of well-placed balls off direct hits, off corner kicks. And the second corner kick, well-placed by Alyssa Katz, and this time it goes in for a goal. And a great start to the second half for Clarion as they have their first lead of the year.
And Bethany Winter down there for the Griffins, kind of kicking herself that she got beat. She got beat like a government mule on that play. She thought Terza Blackstone was going for the ball, and Alyssa Lubdinsky just kind of popped out of nowhere and said, "Hey, here's the ball," and headed it in for the Golden Eagles as Laura Sossel makes the save.
And this also is a credit to Coach Eden, Mike, is in practice last night, and they've been doing this throughout the preseason. They've really gone through multiple times during practice these types of situations off direct hits and corner kicks. They were doing a drill last night, what they would do off one of the direct kick or a throw from out of bounds in the corner, and corner kicks as well. And now it's good to see that hard work pay off in the game.
And again, last year, if we look at some of the numbers from last year, we don't have them in front of us, but corner kicks last year kind of proven problematic for the Golden Eagles, really not being able to get a whole lot done as Casey Harsh kind of overplays that ball, but Meg Lawson bails her out there. And we have a Griffin player down here on the near sideline. And we have a confirmation there from the PA announcer that it was indeed Alyssa Lubdinsky. But like I said, you and I saw that Alyssa Lubdinsky jumped up and, really got all of her head on the ball, and that was amazing there. But stoppage in play there real quick as Heather Apodaca went down. As it looks as though she and Jordan Barr not Jordan Barr, but Terza Blackstone collided heads, but both are up and seem to be okay here as we head forward in this game. And driving down the field, Adams looking for somebody to go to. And stopped again by Aubrey Monty.
Aubrey Monty did a great job sticking with her defender and able to force the foul there and change of possession for the Golden Eagles.
And right now we have a kick coming from Harsh. And we're getting the information now. Alyssa Lubdinsky with the goal, and credited with the assist, Alyssa Katz, and the ball hit off of Stephanie Sokova. So again, a freshman playing a huge role in that goal. So Katz had the corner kick. Sokova must have just tipped a little bit to set it perfectly up for Alyssa Lubdinsky. But again, Alyssa Lubdinsky, one of those players Coach Eaton identified as a player that needed to step up for this team, as Laura Saucel comes out, aggressively takes the ball, and really, Laura Saucel's seeing the ball really well tonight, Matt.
Yeah, and again, Mike, she hasn't had that many chances, but when the chances have come, she's delivered.
And really, Seton Hill hasn't got, except for the one shot down here towards the end of the first half, really hasn't had anything driven in on her. It's been a couple of, plays go by, but defense has recovered, and there's been a couple of dribblers to her, a couple of bouncing shots from 30 or 35 yards out here. So we have a whistle, and I believe an offside is being called here on, or no, we're going to have a free kick. So for the Griffins here, as Clarion lines up, try to help Saucel here, as they'll take it from just outside of the 12-yard box.
Key play here, Mike, to try and defend this and get this cleared out. You just took the lead a couple minutes ago. Still have plenty of time to go in this match. Don't want to give up the momentum so quickly.
And Carol Lapida is taking the shot for, that is Adams, and she sends it way over the goal. Laura Saucel didn't even have to try to make a try on that one. Again, another shot we've seen from the Griffins. If you're playing football, the American style of football, that is, great kick. However, for soccer, it's not going to do a darn thing for you. So the free kick goes wanting for the Griffins, as the Clarion Golden Eagles still maintain a 1-0 lead. And the kick by Harsh.
And going back to what you said, Mike, too, about Stephanie Sokova getting the second assist on the goal. Anytime you have one of your young freshmen who you're counting on to start, contribute, and no matter what way they can on that first goal, that's such a credit to you as a coach, and to Coach Rob Mead, and to what he's done for the freshmen so far. And that's got to be a tremendous sign to begin the season. And this is how things are going to go. This is going to be a bright future for this team.
And again, header by Lubdinsky there. Stover, really a header. Didn't get much on it there because it was contested, but Stover chasing it down. If she would have got free, she would have had another scoring opportunity there. But again, this Golden Eagle team coming out so aggressive right now. Coach Eaton has to be happy with what he's seeing so far. Again, the 15-minute break really not affecting his team at all.
Absolutely, Mike. And now, going back to what I said at the top of the second half, you don't want to let the momentum lay off. Keep that going as far as scoring opportunities are concerned. You want to keep that going. Keep more offensive possession on their side of the field. And anytime that they're on your side of the field, got to keep the back line nice and composed, like they were the whole game so far.
And a battle we might want to take a look at, folks, here later on in the game is Taylor Hampshire and Aubrey Monty. They've been going back and forth, trading shoulder blows and forearms all night here. Down here now, it's on the near sideline. It was on the far sideline last half. So again, Aubrey Monty really, not phased at all, as being a young defender here for the Golden Eagles.
And both freshmen, Mike, have been tested. You mentioned Monty and also Alyssa Spencer on the other side dealing with Jessica Adams, and she's held her ground so far. So again, more positive signs that if you're Coach Rob Bean, you have to be happy.
And we'll have a throw in here from the Griffins. And really, Seton Hill, Matt, early in this first half, we're about 10 minutes in right now, really seems kind of discombobulated.
Yeah, they don't look organized. They're kind of kicking the ball around nonetheless, and they're not communicating well. So Clarion definitely has control of this game, no doubt.
And Seton Hill really early in that first half had a lot of the possession of the ball, but Clarion really, not that they had anything wrong, as a powerful kick goes in from, that was Wisniewski, and really just went wanting, as the Clarion defense had their players pretty well covered there, and we'll have a throw in there as Spencer battles for the ball and it rolls out of bounds.
It looked like Spencer lost her man temporarily, but then Alyssa Katz got in there and recovered for her and sent that ball out of bounds, and that ball goes out of bounds again. So, and that also goes back to the team chemistry, Mike. We've seen different players on this Clarion team cover for each other when somebody's gotten beat. You saw that a lot in the first half, and we mentioned the Casey Harsh play on the first corner kick of the game by Seton Hill. So the more you see that, that also is really showing too how great the team chemistry looks so far in the first game.
And we have a corner kick here from Seton Hill, high arcing shot, and it goes wide of the goal. And Jordan Barr got in there, and as her player went for it, she just got a foot on there and took out her man and got the ball to roll out. So a great play there by the Clarion defense. That's the fourth corner kick. They've defended so far, and really Seton Hill hasn't done a whole lot of anything on the corner kicks, and really expect to even try to swing a little momentum your way when you have a corner kick, and you're outnumbering Clarion corner kicks, 2-1.
Yeah, and Clarion really has done a great job in marking their players and not allowing any of those chances to happen. And if they continue to do that throughout the whole season, then you really minimize your opponent's chances of scoring.
And Sakova driving one in terms of Blackstone came back for it. A little miscommunication there, and we have a whistle, as I believe that was another offsides. So again, not great play here from the Golden Eagles.
Alyssa Ledzinski got away with the handball there, hit towards the top of her shoulder. The Seton Hill sideline wanted to call but didn't get it. And Mike, we talked about, we've seen a couple of questionable handballs that haven't gotten called, so the refs are letting them play tonight.
And that's probably good.
They're letting that little stuff go.
Yeah, they're letting the little stuff go. I mean, obviously, Alyssa Lubdinsky getting the yellow card there in the first half, and a beautiful slide tackle there by Stephanie Sakova as her player goes down there. But Sakova again playing aggressive, and we will have a free kick here.
And that was a good play too by Sakova. I think she got a majority of the ball there, and that was a good slide tackle. I think the Seton Hill player Heather Adapica really sold that call right there.
And again, so we will have a free kick here. Taking that is Kara Lapida. She drives it in, and beautiful defense there as Laura Sossel doesn't even have to do it. And Tirza Blackstone all alone there with 3 Seton Hill Griffins all over her there as she gets muscled off the ball there. But again, great play by
that was Casey Harsh.
Casey Harsh down there and communicating well. Flora Sossel said, "Hey, I got this. Just make sure if I lose it." And Clarion able to clear it out here as they looked to try to start another scoring chance, but we're stopped. And Tirza Blackstone not, backing down at all. She's any defender that gets in her way, she's really doing a good job of fighting for the ball. And Casey Harsh there with another header.
As we said, Mike, all the freshmen really done a good job in holding their ground tonight overall.
And we have a whistle here, and Brianna O'Leary from Seton Hill looking at the referee saying, "What did I do?" But we got a foul on her, so Harsh will take the free kick. And Matt, you said it earlier when Casey Harsh took the kick. She's about 34 yards out from the net. This is where she is so dangerous from, and we'll see if she tries to bend it in for the goal or tries to find the foot of a friendly, but we'll see what we have here. And she drives it into the mess, and Sakova just gets under and pops it straight up. And Blackstone giving chase, and Blackstone battling there with Bethany Winter for the ball. And Tirza Blackstone not afraid to go up against the goalkeeper, Bethany Blackstone, who looks to have about 3 inches of height on her. So really, this team's showing how tough they are.
Yeah, that's a great play, too, by Teresa Blackstone, because now you keep the ball on the offensive side of the field and give your team another chance to have a scoring shot.
And Blackstone with a shot, and Jordan Barr just a little too far inside the ball to get on it off the rebound. But Winter got beat again by Blackstone as she took that tight angle shot, and another scoring chance there, Matt, for the Golden Eagles off a throw-in. It wasn't a corner kick, but it was a throw-in from that near corner as Aubrey Monty gives chase and the ball goes out of bounds.
Again, Mike, another situation of the game that was really harped on in practice by Coach Eden, and they really worked on what they would do to execute it. And once again, that was executed well, and it created another scoring chance. If Jordan Barr didn't already crash inside towards the net, she would have had a chance to probably to tap it right in.
But Jordan Barr doing what she does best and just running people over and
just
saying,
a bad bounce.
Yeah, and saying, get out of my way. And so great, another great offensive chance. And Mackenzie Stover had the ball, and she had Tears of Blackstone running free. Didn't see her, but she drives it down in deep there as Alyssa Katz battling for the ball. And Seton Hill will throw it in now after their previous throw in a couple seconds ago went off the foot of Stover. And Matt, right now they're just kind of throwing it down the field, throwing it in down the field, goes off the foot of a Golden Eagle, throw it in, and that's how it's going to be right now. But Seton Hill just trying to figure out what the heck they need to do right now as the Clarion defense is, again, really just stepping up. And a shot there, it goes wide. Laura Saucel giving chase but not needing to even get a hand on it there. Shot went wide from Apodaca. So another scoring chance for the Griffins goes begging, and they really haven't mustered much of anything here as we are about 18 minutes into the second half of this game. Clarion leads 1-0. And Alyssa Katz, Matt, here again, she just had the ball, and great passing. She's really been battling all night.
I think she got away with the shove, too, there. But, again, a good play.
And another player for Rob Eaton, a veteran that always plays hard, and you always see her getting her nose towards the ball. And we'll have a throw in here for the Golden Eagles throwing it. It will be Aubrey Monty. And again, Alyssa Lebdinsky, you said, she got a little bit of a grab there. Looked to be Walton trying to drive in with that ball, and she just kind of hugged her and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And muscled her off the ball. But again, as you mentioned earlier, the refs letting them play in this game, letting the little things get away, which we've seen a couple of good chances that otherwise might have been stopped because of a handball or something like that.
And you see Heather Apodaca take down Teresa Blackstone, and that forces the direct kick here by Casey Harsh.
And a beautifully placed kick by Harsh, a little out of the reach of Jordan Barr. She just gets a foot on it as it rolls out of bounds. But Casey Harsh there again, basically about 60 yards away. If she would have made it from there, I think the football team would have signed her as a kicker too.
I think so. And that was a well placed ball. That was a little offline, but a good idea of where that was going from Casey Harsh, because you had Teresa Blackstone and Mackenzie Stover doing some near far post runs. So if you're able to get that to Jordy Barr can cross that in to the two forwards that are crashing the net on making those near far post runs to try and create that scoring chance. So a good idea from Casey Harsh, but just couldn't execute that well enough to get to Jordy Barr.
And Taylor Hampshire from Seton Hill was on Jordan Barr, and Jordan Barr's been running past her all night. So again, here is Mackenzie Stover looked for someone to pass who finds Lebdinsky, But again, another good chance for the Golden Eagles. And that last free kick there from Casey Harsh. And again, Casey Harsh, one of the most accurate of her and Meg Lawson both, very accurate with their kicks, and especially with the long kicks at that. And another kick by Harsh. And Tears of Blackstone driving. She gets shoved by the defender as she tried to get by her, and that was Kara Lapida. And Kara Lapida and Tears of Blackstone, since she's been in the game, have really been battling down there. But again, if Tears of Blackstone would have got by Lapida, it would have not been good for winner in goal, because Blackstone had a free run at her.
She's been showing some good speed, Mike. And when you constantly beat your defender like that, you're gonna get knocked down. You saw that this last play with Cara Lapoya. You saw it a couple plays before with Heather Apodaca. And if she continues to do that, she'll continue to give the Golden Eagles some offensive scoring chances.
And with that, I mean, as late as we are into this game now, in the score being 1-0 in favor, maybe some frustration creeping into the heads of Seton Hill. So we might see a little more, I'm not going to say dirty play, but a little more, forearm shivers and whatnot if Clarion tries to get an offensive chance.
And that's why I mentioned before in the top of the second half, Mike. That's why you want to keep the aggressiveness offensively, keep the scoring chances happening, because you'll see that frustration too, along with kind of breaking the back line of the Griffins. You add all that together, you can get yourself another insurance goal late as we creep closer late in the second half. Still plenty of time for Seton Hill to try and make a run and get this game tied. So if you're Clarion, you got to keep it going offensively.
And Mackenzie Silver with some fancy footwork. She finds Blackstone. Blackstone driving away, and she's got her goal beat. Blackstone with the shot, and a goal! Turns to Blackstone with her first career goal. A beautiful pass by Mackenzie Stover. And again, she just beat her defender, and Bethany Winter, the goalie, looked like a deer in the headlights, man. I'll tell you, Tears of Blackstone proving why the freshmen are such an important part here. And Mackenzie Stover with the assist. Beautiful, beautiful scoring opportunity for the Golden Eagles.
What really gets me, Mike, is the amount of composure that you're seeing from not only from Teresa Blackstone, but from all the freshmen. Blackstone had somebody on her tail the entire time, didn't lose her dribble, didn't lose her concentration, kept her eye on where she wanted to go to beat the goaltender, and she did it with a beautiful ball past the goaltender, Bethany Winter. So great job on all ends for Clarion, but especially Teresa Blackstone, a great way to get her first collegiate goal. And now that you got that insurance goal too for Clarion, with the 2-0 lead. So kind of don't want to keep want to ease up at all. Definitely not saying that, but definitely a real good goal in terms of trying to defend yourself when it comes late in the ball game, where you're going to be dealing with some tired legs.
And Teresa Blackstone, as she ran back and high fives from her team, I don't think there's a bigger smile in this stadium than Teresa Blackstone. First collegiate game here on her home turf, gets her first goal, and really almost seals the deal for Clarion here as of now. And a great play there by Aubrey Monty, coming out and breaking up that pass and stopping any scoring opportunity the Griffins might have had. And a shot in there, cleared out by Casey Harsh. And Sakova looking for somebody to pass to. She drives it long, looking for Teresa Blackstone. Just a little too far. Teresa Blackstone again.
Second goal of the game is scored by number 3, Teresa Blackstone.
Mike, that was another great idea too, by Stephanie Sakova, trying to get it to the far side of the field to Teresa Blackstone, because you have Mackenzie Stover streaking up the near side of the field.
Post.
Exactly, and that would have definitely possibly created another scoring chance there. So everybody's clicking on all cylinders right now, and it's great to see.
And right now, the Seton Hill Griffins really looking like they are lost, in the middle of nowhere without a map or GPS, because they are just kind of standing there staring at the lights. And still by her demeanor, Bethany Winter still upset with herself for getting beat so bad on that second goal as well. I don't think she's really moved from about that 10-yard line there, unless the ball's come toward her. And
well, you know what, Mike, too, she really didn't have a chance at that end, because that was your classic one-on-one, because Teresa Blackstone was able to get by her defender, and she just easily put it past Bethany Winter. Really nothing she could have done there.
And there again, the Clarion defense breaking up a pass and just kind of driven in by the Griffins, trying to get something, if anything, going here, as we are just about 25 minutes into this game right now. Clarion leads 2-0 here at Memorial Stadium. Mike Friend alongside me, Matt Catrillo here with you on CUTV. We have a real exciting game going so far right here, folks. First goal here in this game coming about 3 minutes into the first half by Alyssa Lebdinsky off a corner kick. And then just a few moments ago, Teresa Blackstone got the great breakaway goal there, assisted by Mackenzie Stover. And we have a whistle on the field, and looks as though the Seton Hill bench finally got a call here in the some pushing and shoving going on here. but finally drew the whistle. But they will get the free kick there. Seton Hill does from right in front of their bench. And Seton Hill with the ball. Lapida drives one in, and Casey Harsh heads it away, no problem. And Matt, Casey Harsh is really, again, this entire defensive back line has been really proving their mettle. But Casey Harsh has really been taking a lot of the stress off of. And Mackenzie Stover on a breakaway. She's got a shot. She's got Terza Blackstone. And a save there by Winter. Winter slid and just went down and just happened to get it. And Terza Blackstone was streaking to that back post. Again, Matt, a great scoring opportunity for the Golden Eagles. And it could have been a real ugly game there if Mackenzie Stover would have got it. And Bethany Winter dove on the ball, and she'll kick it away.
That was a classic two-on-one right there, Mike. And I actually thought for a second that Stover was going to cross it into Blackstone again, because it looks like she had her man beat again. But that's also a great save too by Bethany Winter, and it was still a good choice, a good decision by Mackenzie Stover to try and take that shot, because I think the way Bethany Winter was shoving here had her beat.
And Sakova gets shoved by that is Apodaca, and Apodaca, I believe, is getting a yellow card. So, again, the yellow card here for Seton Hill as a little extracurriculars after Sakova tripped over, and that's what it was. She tripped over Apodaca there. So, Apodaca and her coach having a few words there on the sideline. Her coach telling her kind of keep it calm. And
Apodaca has really been showing off some of that frustration. She's knocked down a couple players. She knocked down Teresa Blackstone a little bit earlier. So clearly she's frustrated right now, as she should be with the rest of her team that went down 2-0 late in the second half.
And the pass to Lapida there, broken up by, excuse me, that was Sakova, and kind of kicking herself as she accidentally knocked the ball out of bounds and gave the Griffins another shot. But again, the Griffins really getting frustrated here. I think, as I mentioned a little earlier, we're going to see that a little more, pushing and shoving as the night goes on. And I mean, that could come back. They got one yellow card, so the refs are going to be looking at Apodaca if she goes down again, and in the same sort of situation there.
And now here comes the next test for this young team, Mike. They've passed everything so far because they have a 2-0 lead. But when it comes to that time where you have the opposing team who's frustrated, pushing and shoving you, you can't fight back because you don't want to get carded either. Because if you get 2 yellow cards, that leads to a red card, and then you're suspended for the next game. So keeping your composure in terms of keeping your feelings in check, your emotions in check, that's going to be the next test now for the next, as well as protecting this lead and not letting up throughout the next 17 minutes or so for this young Clarion Golden Eagles team that's played extremely well tonight.
And one compliment to Rob Eaton, the way he's coaching his team. When Sakova went down and was shoved there by Apodaca, Sakova just got up and ran down to her position, which is what you want to see from this team. And Apodaca goes down again, and looks like she's yelling a little bit there at Terza Blackstone as she goes back to her position there. And Laura also comes out here, and again, the charging Griffin doesn't even affect her there as she clears the ball, or is going to clear the ball here. And Stover takes it, settles it down nicely, looking for somebody to pass to. Finds Lebdinsky. Lebdinsky lies one in.
Another great ball.
And Katz just couldn't get a foot on it there as the defender did. Another well-placed ball by Alyssa Lebdinsky. She's really been playing well tonight. As you said, this entire Golden Eagles team has. And again, they're just keeping their composure. And, they're not playing to defend the lead. They're playing to score again. They want to score as many goals as they can.
Oh, absolutely. The one thing that I know that they know is that they've been harping on is, fix the scoring, fix the offensive chances. We've harped on it this whole entire broadcast, Mike, and they've got 2 goals tonight. So, they're definitely heading in the right direction, absolutely.
And the shot just kind of dropped in there by Sakova is going to be picked up by Winter. But again, scoring opportunities early in this game, early in the season even, if they can keep this up throughout the season, it looks as though the Golden Eagles are going to have a lot of that scoring success that Coach Eaton alluded to and we talked about earlier. And just at that, the 2 goals by 2 different players.
To have this type of success, Mike, no matter what kind of team you are, a young team, a veteran team, to have this kind of momentum, to have this kind of a game to start the season, that's going to help you carry that momentum and that confidence throughout the entire season.
And again, playing Seton Hill,
Entering the game for Seton Hill is number 18, Stephanie Misla.
And Stephanie Misla back in the game right now for Seton Hill, as coming out, it looks as though it is going to be, as soon as can't get a number here, number 2, that is Heather Apodaca. So with the yellow card, Apodaca coming out, Misla, who was a fierce defender coming in playing midfielder, looks as though Apodaca's night may be done here. Figured Coach Fogel will let her sit on the bench and calm down a little bit here. As Stover gets a shot, Stover looking to drive in, and just a little bit wide by Mackenzie Stover. She slid or was taken down by the defender here, but a beautiful chance by Mackenzie Stover. She had Terza Blackstone going to the back post, and she also had Stephanie Sakova driving in on the net, and if she could have placed that ball just a little bit better, this game could have been 3-0.
Absolutely, Mike. And now you're going to see one of those other forwards that have played well tonight. Liz Ventura is getting ready. She was just warming up on the sideline. She's getting ready to come back in for Clarion. So likely might see Mackenzie Stover come out or Teresa Blackstone for the Golden Eagles.
And Lawson again just gets a foot on the ball, and we have an offside here, I believe.
There's another injury timeout here.
Yeah, we have an injury timeout, it looks like. Here, so, as Wisniewski comes out and looks like got hit in the nose maybe, had a tissue up to her nose there at least a little bit. So, this cold weather could be causing other injuries. She might have a blood nose or she might have got hit in the nose. Coming into the game, though, will be Miranda Wallace in replacing there. So, Wallace in as Wisniewski is out, and medical staff has some gauze up to her face there, so see if we can find out what injury that is for the Griffins, as Liz Ventura is still waiting to come into the game for the Golden Eagles. And that, as we set up here, you see, and drop there, one by the Golden Eagles, and Sakova looking for somebody to pass to, drives one deep, and she's got Terza Blackstone. Blackstone driving. Blackstone looking to get a shot off. She's got a shot. Beautiful shot there. She finds Jordan Barr. She just misses. But she finds Alyssa Cass, who just goes high. And a beautiful scoring chance there. Again, Matt, as Terza Blackstone just muscled her man off the ball, brought the ball back, tried a full winner. Just missed Jordan Barr, who was standing wide open.
Entering the game for the Golden Eagles is number 18, Liz Ventura.
But Alyssa Katz there to make up for it. And coming out of the game is Stover and Ventura back in, as Ventura has some fresh legs here. And Matt, as we talked about earlier there, she had a couple of scoring chances. Earlier did Ventura, and she's just one of those players that can tire out defenders for Rob Eaton here in the final 13 and a half minutes.
Well, Mike, what a great play by Teresa Blackstone. She was heavily guarded by Hannah Marks again, like she was on when she scored her goal, and she's still able to lose her defender, almost create a scoring chance herself, but still crosses the ball just over the head of Jordan Barr, and Alyssa Katz almost got in there as well as the ball went over the net. But just again, the composure and the ability for Teresa Blackstone as a freshman to beat her own defender, Hannah Marks, who's a junior, twice in one game, one-on-one like that, one for a goal and one for another scoring opportunity that was dangerous.
And this Golden Eagles team has come out, and really they've been one speed go since this game has kicked off. And you haven't seen them lagging after balls, anything loose or questionable. They've been charging after here. Throw-ins have been crisp, passes have been crisp, and Coach Eaton's got to like what he sees. And a goal there, or a almost goal there, as drive in and kick in there. Liz Ventura, the ball, God pass winner, and basically bounced off the crossbar, and Ventura just was at a bad angle.
She just couldn't turn around quick enough.
She couldn't turn around quick enough, and then as Blackstone drove in, she just got absolutely obliterated, but no call there. And
Stephanie Sakova got in there as well, almost had an opportunity there. But, again, Mike, when you create, that's what I'm talking about in terms of getting those bounces your way to create some of those scoring opportunities when you constantly attack on the offensive end, and you saw that right there.
And Jordan Barr, again, playing fierce defense, fierce offense. She has just really worn down her man tonight, and that is Bree Costin. And, Costin really has been a non-factor in this game because Jordan Barr has just shut her down.
Yeah, Jordan Barr's played well. You know, both outside midfielders have played well. You know, Barr and Elisa Spencer, Aubrey Monty, they've all played well on the outside tonight.
And as taken down there is Blackstone. His ball goes out there, and we are creeping up on 11 minutes left in this game. And Matt, it looks as though the Golden Eagles have no sign of stopping, and as they are still contesting very fiercely here, as we'll have another throw in for this for the Golden Eagles right now. And Coach Rob Eaton just sitting back and smiling right now.
I'm sure, no doubt.
He's definitely enjoying this, and you can see the difference between the two benches here. Clarion, they're just enjoying themselves. They're still being competitive, but they are just smiling, laughing. And the Seton Hill bench, all standing up, looking a little antsy at that. So again, it's just one of those things where which side of that 2-0 deficit are you on here? As we will have a throw in. Or no, we won't. We will have a free kick. I'm sorry. I was looking at one of the ball keepers here, but we will have a free kick from about 30 yards out, taken by Casey Harsh, and she's dangerous. She crosses it in, hits Lebdinsky, and cleared out by the Griffins. And charging back on that ball is Meg Lawson as she muscles her man off the ball there. And again, this back line is showing their experience and their speed tonight, as really they haven't got beat very bad at all. Alyssa Spencer, but again, you can attribute that to maybe being young and not being as familiar with some of the plays as some of the older players.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we talked about throughout the broadcast, Mike, the team chemistry looks really good right now. And Mackenzie Stover used the word amazing when I talked about her in the open of the broadcast, Mike. And you're really seeing that all over the field.
And a cross in there by Katz, looking for Ventura, and just offsides. And again, these midfielders for the Golden Eagles, and we will have a kick here for the Griffins. But again, the Golden Eagles, once they get across the midfield line, anywhere between about 40 and 45 yards out, they're looking for the cross down in and there's usually a forward streaking down in the ball, whether it's Ventura or Stover or Blackstone, who it's been all night, or someone like Stephanie Sakova.
And that's Michael, that's what's been the missing piece. We've talked about a solid back line, a pretty solid midfield. There's been some chances by the forwards, but they haven't been able to finish because they haven't had that one streaking goal scorer to come down and finish. And that's what you're seeing tonight. So if this is a sign of what this team's going to be this year, that's a sign of great things to come for this team,
and
because now you have a complete team.
Liz Ventura, she shoots in just a little bit wide as she saw a defender coming up on her blind side there as she fired. And again, another great cross in from the midfield.
Entering the game for Seton Hill is number 30, Allison Mello.
And Allison Mello coming into the game now for Seton Hill. So Seton Hill really just trying to get anybody they can. Another forward coming into the game for the Griffins here. So you see Seton Hill really, Matt, they're just trying to get some scoring, some faster players on the field, as they pulled another defenseman here, as they're going to more of a more forward look here, and Clarion just trying to clear it out of the zone there. And Jordan Barr did a great job just taking that ball, knocking it down, not letting it go out of bounds there. And Clarion's defense just playing phenomenal right now. And like you said earlier, Mackenzie Stover said it, and I don't think I can say it any better than her. This team and the chemistry tonight has been amazing. And really, from losing 4-0 to last year to, I forget which team it was, but when they look so just discombobulated and out of sorts, this chemistry is amazing. They're talking on the field. I know that was one of Coach Eaton's biggest flaws last year after the season. He said he wanted to work on his on-field communication, and they're calling out their marks, saying, where the ball is going to. And again, you mentioned it earlier in the game with the injured players on the sideline, really being the cheerleaders and being vocal on this team. I mean, they're clapping, cheering, high fives whenever somebody makes a good play. So it's good to see this team really play as well as they have been and be playing almost wise beyond their years.
Absolutely, Mike, and it helps when you win the first game and you play as well as Clarion has in this first game, and hopefully they can keep this going now throughout the year. And then now the next test will be for this team, and we'll talk about this probably a little bit later on in the broadcast. Can they keep the momentum going?
Exactly. Can they keep doing what they're doing? And I mean, they've done it for 82 minutes so far. And we have
little toss-up right there between Jessica Wallen and Stephanie Sikova. I think Wallen knocked down Sikova, and they kind of kept going, and the Clarion bench was looking for a call. Rob Eden's up now. So, it's getting to that point of the game. The ref's talking to Sikova now, Again, this is the part of the game, Mike, where I talked about before, young team, keep your emotions in check.
Yeah, and there's
Seton Hill certainly is not.
Seton Hill playing very, very rough right now, and not, really not caring, who they take down or whatnot. And Clarion really keeping their composure right now. Sikova, really on the bad head as Ventura heads it and finds Blackstone. Blackstone driving ahead, finds Ventura. Ventura driving in. She takes a shot and just off the side of the net. I thought that was in from the angle we saw it there. But Ventura just a little bit wide to the right again. And another great scoring chance set up by Sikova. Finds Blackstone. Blackstone makes a couple fancy footwork moves, beats her man, and finds Ventura. And Ventura, again, really just finds herself alone and drew the defenders away from the rest of the defense.
And it's really good to see her, Mike, get some scoring chances because she's the one usually creating them. The ones, she's the one usually taking the defenders away so that some other girls can have some chances. So she's had 2 shots tonight, and it's good to see her get those chances. Hopefully she can put some in the back of the net this year.
And again, Clarion really playing hard there. Casey Harsh sticking to her man like wallpaper glue to your hand. And right now we have another kick here coming for the Golden Eagles. And Matt, you're laughing at but that's how, they're sticking to her. This Clarion defense in the back line especially sticking so heavily to their man right now. And, we talk about Casey Harsh and Meg Lawson and Aubrey Monty and Alyssa Spencer. They've gotten beat. I'm not saying they've been perfect tonight, but they've made up for their mistakes here. And Harsh, from about 55 yards out, drives one in there, and as the Griffins try to clear it away there, that was Jessica Walton there clearing it away.
Mike, your analogies are always spot on, I must say that.
And Jordy Barr looking for somebody to pass to. And Lipdinsky drives one in, and Ventura trying to get to it before it goes out, and and the ball just goes out as Ventura touches it there.
Great hustle again from Liz Ventura. It looks like Melissa Lipdinsky just tried to dump it and see what would happen, and Liz just showed some great hustle there. Even though the game's pretty much in check, you have 3.5 minutes to go, but still playing hard to the whistle. Love to see that.
Love to see it here. And looks like some of the Clarion players are up, moving and just smiling, and I don't think we've seen this big of smiles from this team here since Bethany Naugle's overtime winner here last November.
That was a great game.
Overtime winner here last November. So Clarion, just trying to keep the score 2-0 and preserve the shutout here as Megan Lawson got in front of that really powerful kick. And here's a Blackstone all alone down there, and great play by Blackstone as she just muscled her player off the ball. Drives it in there. And that was Walton. She just backed off the ball. And Tirza Blackstone really, really being effective for the Golden Eagles. And Liz Ventura, the ball gets popped up. Ventura drives it. And Joel just got a hand on it. Did Bethany Winter. And it looks as though Winter is down. Her head might have connected. And she's back up. But it looks as though her head connected with the side of the goal there. But again, Liz Ventura.
That was her best. That was her best score.
That was her best shot all night. She went low with it, and we're gonna have a corner kick here off that. But Liz Ventura, really, the ball kind of got popped up there by Walton, and Ventura looked down and said, "Hey, look what I found, guys! It's Christmas time," and drove one in there to Winter, and Winter lucky to make that save. And a header or excuse me, the free kick there.
Great job by Bethany Winter to punch that right out in the midst of about 3 different Golden Eagles offensive players.
And again, Matt, you look there, Alyssa Lebdinsky almost got ahead on the ball, and if Winter would have whiffed on that ball, she would have had, she might have had her second goal of the night here.
Second goal off the head.
Second goal off the header. But we're going to have another throw in here by the Golden Eagles, and this is where they're so effective inside that 12 or inside the box there, and we are looking there as they're just looking to probably kill some time here as there's a minute 25 left in this game. And Jordan Barr hustling back to take with the ball there. And Stephanie Sokova there with the ball looking for, and she finds coming across the middle there, she finds Katz. Katz with the fancy footwork. And Matt, one thing Alyssa Katz has that you really got to compliment is she's got some of the fanciest footwork on this team. Not saying none of the rest of the players don't, but really she can stop the ball and change direction on a dime. And that, really how she gets by a lot of defenders and sets up some scoring chances they've had tonight, especially.
Absolutely, Mike, and it's really nothing else I can say. I mean, it's been a good night for Clarion. You're seeing the chemistry play well, and that's what it leads to.
And we are inside 20 seconds right now left, and Clarion just kind of play keep away and hoping to preserve the shutout here as we are inside 10 seconds right now, and the countdown will start. So the Griffins looking for one last scoring chance. Clarion backing down, and Casey Harsh with a beautiful breakup of that play. And Clarion wins the game as one final shot sails over Laura Saucel's head as Clarion takes the win here in their first game of the season, 2-0. And Matt, everything Coach Eaton wanted to see today, I think he saw. He saw his freshmen stepping up. He saw different players scoring, again with Alyssa Lebdinsky scoring the first goal a couple minutes into the second half, and then Tirza Blackstone, the freshman, stepping up and scoring a second one.
Mike, everybody contributed to this win tonight, and the fact that you can say that in your first game says a lot of all the hard work that the whole team put into in the preseason. You can say what they did in the UK as well. Everything that they did has come together tonight, and it shows you hard work pays off, absolutely.
And perhaps maybe Coach Eaton's team learned a little bit in the UK and they went over to where soccer's a huge sport.
Who better to learn from than?
And who better to learn
exactly.
from than the Europeans? So, folks, Clarion wins it tonight by a score of 2-0 as they take out Seton Hill in their first match of the season. So, Matt, they are 1-0 in the season, and they are 1-0 in PSAC play. Hopefully, they can carry this momentum hanging forwards. Folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank everybody here who helped us, our camera operators, our wonderful director, and our entire executive board here at CUTV. Tune in every night for your latest news, weather, and sports. So, from Memorial Stadium, I am Mike Friend alongside Matt Catrillo, wishing you a pleasant evening and a great tomorrow.